The journey for every great Akokite begins here at the main entrance to the University of First Choice and the nation's pride, the University of Lagos. For some here at the main campus of the institution situated in Akoka, Lagos, it is a journey of 4 or 5 years. For others at the College of Medicine, located at Idiaraba, it is a journey of 7 years. As a student, your fate is sealed with the matriculation ceremonies at the Tolulope Odubemi Hall. From then on, the ball is in your court. Provisions made by the university include male and female hostel accommodations, lecture halls, relaxation spots to chill out and have fun, the sports center to keep fit and flex some muscles, and of course, the university library where you get to study in a serene environment. However, it does not end there. It is right here at the Senate building. The decision determining your eligibility in participating at the convocation ceremonies at the end of your journey is taken. The convocation ceremonies are customarily an annual series of activities with pomp and fanfare, where, having met all the requirements as stipulated by the institution, thousands of students like yourself are discharged and acquitted as bona fide alumni of the prestigious University of Lagos. With the first of its kind in 1969, this custom thrived for 50 years up till the 50th convocation ceremonies in 2019. In 2020, the 51st convocation ceremonies were disrupted at the planning stage by the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic with the introduction of global lockdown as part of combative measures. With the world recovering from that shock, over 15,000 students will be awarded degrees, diplomas, certificates and prizes at the JF Adiajayi Auditorium with necessary COVID-19 protocols to be observed. Welcome to the 51st Convocation Ceremonies of the University of Lagos. The convocation ceremonies of the University of Lagos are a time when people from all walks of life, students, parents, well-wishers, eminent personalities in the society all gather to felicitate with the graduating students to celebrate the culture of excellence the University of First Choice and the nation's pride boasts. It goes without saying that human and vehicular traffic would no doubt hit a peak at such a time as this, even with the restrictions imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the experience this year would turn out to be different, as the university was keen on making the 51st convocation ceremonies a seamless one.
The Transport Committee has packaged a seamless system to make sure that the usual crowd we experienced during convocation is less this year. We have talked to Lamata and they have agreed to give us 40 buses, and we have some locations around Lagos from Yanakbaja, Ikorodu, Ikeja. We have Semes. We expect our graduating students to pick buses with their parents to at least access University of Lagos. Why we have done this is to say that the usual bringing of coolers and cars to campus is drastically reduced. No partying within campus. There will be 6 buses. Now, 4 of the buses will be picking people from the first gate. That's the main gate. Then you have 2 that will be picking people from the second gate. There will be diversion of traffic from Bako to Folago to make sure that the volume to campus gate is reduced. So what will happen is that the visitors will have to at least access campus from there, and they can now pick the bus at the gates.
As a custom, the convocation ceremonies of the University of Lagos will begin with a press conference where activities for the ceremonies as scheduled will be disclosed to the public through the gentlemen of the press. The 51st of such ceremonies was not to be an exception, as the university management team, led by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Oluwatonyo Ogundipe, converged on the Senate chamber to brief the members of the Fourth Estate of the realm. It was imperative to reflect on the past year and the aftermath of the cancellation of the ceremonies in 2020.
The event that followed the cancellation were even more terrifying The university we are stifled of funds, our budget was not approved, and it affected so many things that we, at the end of the day, got to lowest ebb in the history of this university.
According to Paulo Coelho, everything will be okay in the end. If it isn't okay, it isn't the end. And you know, sometimes the harder you fall, the stronger you rise.
I'm glad to inform you that the university has recorded huge success since the last 1 year, particularly in the area of research. We look at what we are doing now, it's all about research, and research, because we need to solve the problem of this country. And through that, at the international level, we are recognized.
More specifically, Professor Ogundipe boasts of the achievements of the university recorded through the feats of her students as well as staff, academic and non-academic.
Our members of staff, both teaching and non-teaching, have not been left out of the shower of laurels and recognitions too. And 2 of our non-teaching staff, within the past 6 months, they also won research grants.
In what would seem like a really joy economic intervention for the University of Lagos, considering the dark moments of 2020, this year, the institution chose to appoint a clergyman as chairman and a foremost economist as guest lecturer for the Pre Convocation lecture. Saddled with the responsibility of delivering a lecture titled National Development and Knowledge Economy in the Digital Age, Leapfrogging SMEs into the 21st Century, was none other than the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele.
While my intent today is to awaken and instigate the job and wealth creation spirit among today's graduates, I know that many of you here expect me as the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to talk about small and medium enterprises, national development and the digital economy.
In a well-articulated presentation, Mr. Emefiele identified SMEs as the backbone of national and economic development.
A vibrant and growing small and medium enterprise sector is critical for achieving our goals for enabling greater growth of the Nigerian economy and in creating jobs for our teeming youths.
Among several other charges stemming from his lecture, worthy of focus is his call for attention to food security and entrepreneurship skills by the graduating students.
And I would like to encourage all of us, and I will keep saying this, that Nigeria deserves to be a country of over 100 million or 200 million people where we must achieve food security. And I want to use this opportunity to stimulate the university communities to begin to embrace, to get the students to embrace not just agriculture but entrepreneurial skills using digital technology for the good of themselves and the country.
Reacting to the lecture, as chairman, the serving overseer, Citadel Global Community Church, and former vice presidential candidate, Pastor Dr. Tunde Bakare, in his usual manner, had words of wisdom, as we may call it, for the global audience.
This will be my closing remarks. The test of our progress is not whether we as a nation add more to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress will be whether we provide enough for those who have little. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Thank you very much.
On this note, the tone was set for the much-anticipated 3-day convocation ceremonies of the University of Lagos, the 51st of its kind.